Hello everybody, welcome to GrowLand. Here in this episode, we're gonna learn some words related to giving up or decline included in GRE Vocabulary, Unit 1, Part 1. Let's go. The first word is abate. Repeat, abate. It's a verb. Abate means become less or reduce. It doesn't essentially mean finish or end, but we can understand there is a lower intense in a sentence. For example, the heavy rain finally abated after 3 hours. So let's go for this sentence. First of all, it has been raining, but after 3 hours, the rain has abated. Maybe it doesn't stop, but it is not as heavy as before. Let's go for the second example. After taking the medicine, her headache gradually abated. Be careful. The headache gradually abated. It doesn't show, okay, you took the medicine and boom, your headache vanished. No. It says that it gradually abated. Maybe after an hour or after 2 hours, the headache is not as bad as before. Now let's take a look at this picture. Abate, we have a big A, smaller b, smaller a, smaller t, and the smallest e. So it gradually becomes less and smaller again and again. Let's see the differences between two sentences. The rain stopped. Okay, it ended. But the rain abated. Maybe it didn't stop, but it became lighter. The second word is abdicate. Repeat after me. Abdicate. It's a verb, and it means give up your power or your responsibility to somebody else. For example, the king decided to abdicate the throne in favor of his daughter. So here we have a king who abdicated the throne, who gave the throne, who gave the power or the responsibility to somebody else. The second one, parents should never abdicate their responsibility to care for their children. So here we can see that parents have a responsibility, alright? Now it says parents should never abdicate their responsibility. They always have it and they shouldn't give their responsibility to somebody else. Based on the examples we had, what does abdicate responsibility mean? A. To perform a duty exceptionally well. B. To avoid or give up one's duty. C. To accept more responsibility. Yes, it's correct. To avoid or give up one's duty. I have a responsibility, I have a duty, but I avoid it. I give it up. The next word is abjure. Repeat. Abjure. Abjure is a verb. It means formally give up a belief or a claim. Be careful. Abdicate is somehow more concrete, is somehow more tangible, because abdicate is related to a responsibility or power enthroned. But abjure means you give up a belief. You give up what you thought it was correct or it was acceptable for you, but not anymore. For example, after years of reflection, he abjured his former religion. So you can see a great example here. Abjure religion. So that person was a believer in his religion, but not anymore. The next one, she abjured smoking after her doctor warned her about its health risks. So she was a smoker, but after visiting the doctor, She decided to quit smoking, or she gave up smoking. Now we can use abjure. She abjured smoking. Let's see the difference. Abdicate, give up power or responsibility. Abjure, give up a belief, opinion, habit, or allegiance. Allegiance means you're loyal to the country you live in or you're from. And the next word is upsize. Repeat, upsize. It's a verb too. Means cut off or remove. Look at this picture. You can see a leaf. Maybe it's in the fall. A tree upsized the leaves. For example, many trees upsize their leaves in autumn to conserve water. So we have a fact here. Trees remove or upsize their leaves because they want to protect or keep water in themselves more. The next example, surgeons had to upsize the infected tissue to prevent the infection from spreading. We have surgeons here, and surgeons wanted to upsize, to remove or cut off the infected tissue. Tissue is a kind of, I can say, a group of similar cells working together and they have the same job. For example, blood is a kind of tissue. Skin is a kind of tissue too. So the second example is somehow a medical example. Let's take a look again. Surgeons upsize the infected tissue to cut off the tissue from the body to stop the infection, to stop the disease from spreading, from getting everywhere in the body. Let's see some common collocations. Upsize leaves. Upsize branches. Upsize fruit. Upsize flowers. And the last one, upsize damaged tissue. And the last word, abeyance. Repeat, abeyance. Abeyance is a noun. You can see the picture and you can guess what it means. A temporary suspension or inactivity. It doesn't mean stop forever, but you paused an activity, you paused a goal, or you paused a journey, you paused your study, you paused your job just for a short time, and after a while, you may continue it. Let's see the examples. The company put its expansion plans in abeyance because of the economic downturn. So here we have a company and we can understand there is an economical problem. So the company didn't choose that, okay, let's close the company and stop the business forever. Instead, the company put the plans in abeyance. They have plans, but they put the plans in abeyance, maybe in a temporary suspension. The second one, she placed her graduate studies in abeyance to care for her family. She's going to graduate, but she's got a family at the same time. Now, she decided to put the studies in abeyance. She didn't say, okay, I'm gonna quit the university. No way. But she says that, okay, I put my studies in abeyance, and after caring of my family, I can pursue my graduate studies. So think of abeyance as on hold or a kind of temporarily inactive. Unlike cancel or end, abeyance suggests that something may resume later. Now it's the challenge time. Let's get started with the first one. The king decided the throne after 40 years. Which one do you choose? Abdicate. Well done. Remember, we abdicate responsibility or power to somebody else. Number 2. Which word means to become less intense? Abate, well done. For example, the rain abated after some hours. It didn't stop, but it became less. Which sentence is incorrect? D. He abated his religion? How is it possible? You mean you believe in something, but it becomes less and less? Then it's better to say he abjured his religion. Fill in the blank. Which word is suitable for this part? The company's expansion plans were put in until more funding became available. Abeyance, that's correct. The plans didn't get cancelled, but the company put them in abeyance. Now, can you remember all 5 words? Abate, abdicate, abscise, abeyance, and abjure. Well done! Thank you for learning today. Keep learning, keep growing. See you in the next lesson. Goodbye.